Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something truly unsettling. A few weeks ago, a user on a deep web forum posted a link to a massive unencrypted digital archive. The post was simple, just a string of characters and the words "he's gone." This is what's left. The user account was deleted moments later. This archive, it turns out, belonged to an anonymous urban explorer, a prolific one, whose digital footprint seems to have been meticulously scrubbed from the rest of the internet. His name, his face, his real-world identity, all gone. All that remains is this raw, unfiltered collection of his expeditions. We've spent days sifting through terabytes of data, photos, videos, audio logs, and fragmented journal entries. And what we've found paints a picture that starts with thrilling adventures and ends in absolute dread. So let's start at the beginning. The early files, dating back around a decade, are what you might expect from an urbex enthusiast. We see stunning, high-resolution photos of abandoned factories at sunrise, sprawling hospitals with peeling paint and dusty gurneys, and forgotten amusement parks reclaimed by nature. His video logs from this period are full of excitement. He talks about the thrill of discovery, the beauty and decay. He's careful, methodical, always respecting the locations he explores. He's clearly skilled, using ropes and climbing gear to access places most people wouldn't dare. There's a sense of pure passion in his work. He calls it listening to the echoes of places left behind. But even in these early days, there's a hint of something more. He seems particularly drawn to places with dark histories, asylums, prisons, sites of infamous tragedies. It wasn't just about the aesthetics. He was chasing the stories, the ghosts of the past. The shift begins about 5 years ago. The locations become more remote, more obscure. He's no longer just exploring abandoned buildings in major cities. We see him venturing into forgotten mining tunnels deep in mountain ranges, Cold War-era bunkers buried miles from any road, and desolate island communities that were evacuated overnight for reasons that aren't always clear. His audio logs change too. The initial excitement is replaced by a more obsessive tone. He talks about feeling a presence in these places, a static in the air, a sense that he's not alone. At first, he dismisses it as his imagination, the product of being in creepy environments for too long. He even jokes about it in one log, saying, "I think the asbestos is finally getting to me." But the entries become more frequent, more serious. He starts leaving behind audio recorders, trying to capture EVPs or electronic voice phenomena. And that's when things get genuinely unnerving. The archive contains hundreds of audio files labeled overnight recordings. Most are just silence, the sound of wind, or the drip of water. But some are different. We've isolated a few of the clearest examples. In a recording from an abandoned sanatorium, after hours of silence, you can distinctly hear what sounds like a faint, dragging noise, getting progressively closer to the microphone before abruptly stopping. In another, from a subterranean military complex, a clear metallic clang echoes through the tunnels. But our explorer notes in his journal that he was the only one there and had been perfectly still for over an hour. He writes, "It sounded like a heavy door slamming shut, but all the doors I passed were either removed or rusted open." He's clearly spooked but also intrigued. This is no longer a hobby. It's a full-blown investigation. He's not just documenting decay anymore. He's hunting for proof of the paranormal. The video files from this period are even more disturbing. Much of the footage is from his head-mounted camera, so we see exactly what he sees. He starts conducting provocation sessions where he'll sit in the dark and call out, asking if anyone is there. In one chilling clip, filmed in the basement of a defunct orphanage, he asks, "Can you give me a sign you're here?" For a few seconds, nothing happens. Then, a small, grimy toy ball sitting on a shelf across the room slowly rolls off and drops to the floor. The camera jerks as he jumps, and you can hear a sharp intake of breath. He tries to debunk it, checking for drafts, uneven flooring, anything. He can't find a rational explanation. His journal entry for that night is just one sentence. "It's real. It's all real. This marks a turning point. The thrill seeker is gone, replaced by a man consumed by his quest." His obsession then narrows onto a single recurring phenomenon. He starts noticing strange symbols scrawled in the dust or on the walls of several different locations, hundreds of miles apart. They're not graffiti. They're precise geometric patterns, almost like circuit diagrams, but with an unfamiliar organic quality. He becomes fixated on them, filling entire digital notebooks with sketches, trying to decipher their meaning. He finds the same set of symbols in an abandoned observatory, a flooded subway station, and etched into the bedrock of a remote cave system. He starts calling it the signal. He believes it's not a ghost or a spirit, but some form of communication, a message left behind. But by who or what? His research becomes frantic. He cross-references the symbols with ancient alchemy texts, modern physics theories, anything he can find. He's convinced he's on the verge of a world-changing discovery. This leads us to the final set of files from the last few months of his activity. His destination, a decommissioned deep space communication array in a remote, arid desert. It's a massive complex of satellite dishes and underground control rooms, abandoned in the late 90s. His goal, as stated in his last coherent video log, was to use the array's equipment to try and broadcast the signal into space. He believed it was a key, a frequency, and that this place had the power to amplify it. The final video files are fragmented and corrupted. It's mostly dark, shaky footage from within the underground control center. He's managed to get some of the old systems partially powered up, the consoles flickering to life. The audio is filled with static and his own ragged breathing. He sounds exhausted, but also elated. He keeps muttering, "It's working." They have to hear it. They have to answer. The very last piece of media in the entire archive is a single 37-second audio file. It was recorded just hours after his last video entry. For the first 30 seconds, there is nothing but the low hum of the machinery. Then, a new sound begins. It's a low-frequency, rhythmic pulse. It's not a sound we've been able to identify. It grows steadily louder, and then, overlaid on top of it, a voice can be heard. It's not our explorer. It's a distorted, guttural sound, speaking in a language that doesn't match any known on Earth. It speaks a few words, and then the recording cuts out. That's it. That's the end of the archive. No more photos, no more videos, no more journal entries. After that file, there is only silence. What happened to him? Did he succeed? Did he make contact? Or did he simply fall victim to the dangers of his chosen obsession, a structural collapse? An accident in the dark or descent into madness brought on by isolation and paranoia? The archive offers no answers. It only leaves us with a profound sense of unease. His digital ghost haunts this collection of files, a chilling testament to an explorer who ventured too far into the unknown and may have found something he was unprepared for. The dragging sound, the toy ball, the impossible symbols, and that final, terrifying audio file. They all point to something deeply disturbing. We've uploaded the isolated audio clips and images of the symbols to our website for you to examine for yourselves. Maybe, together, we can find an answer. Because right now, all we have is a warning. A warning about the echoes you might find in abandoned places, and what might happen when they start to echo back. Thank you for joining us on this unsettling journey. This one was a lot. Let us know your theories in the comments below. And as always, be careful out there. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more dives into the unknown. We'll see you in the next one.